So week 16 was absolutely disastrous. The Jaguars came in needing to win to have a chance at the playoffs, and they got that win. Now, will they make the playoffs? I don't know, but 9-8 is possible, but they will need to win their next two games to really even have a chance. We obviously just played poorly across the board. We didn't run the ball well. We couldn't really stop them too well on defense. And more importantly, we just turned the ball over way too many times. CJ Stroud with 4 interceptions. The coverage was great. The blocking was not. And it was just a game we want to forget about as quickly as possible. Let us go on to Week 17 to face the Denver Broncos. I don't know what kind of season they're having, but I'd imagine, 5-10, kind of expected. Depending on how this game goes, this could be a doubleheader as well, which would finish the regular season. But that Colts game could be very important, significant, as if the Colts were to win here, 9-7, guaranteeing them the playoff spot if they beat us in Week 18. So it might be a game where, even though we don't need to win, because I think the Ravens, let's actually see if the Ravens won. The Ravens did win. They're on a bit of a win streak here as we lose, opening that door for them. If we were to win this game, I believe we guarantee the... Even if we won, I don't think it would guarantee if they keep winning, right? So we might actually have to win for our own sake anyways, but in general, even if we don't have to win, we might still play our starters for a bit to try and keep the Colts from making the playoffs. But let's take a look at the players of the week. Obviously, we did not get one. We got one the week before with Mr. Chris Clayton, but this week we gave them up. Merrick and Trevor Lawrence with Player of the Week award wins. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence was pretty much perfect. Either way, though, let's take. What about those rushing numbers? Jacobs did overtake. Damn, son. Jacobs and Henry just giving us a run for our money. Obviously, not a great game for us last week, and obviously our yards per carry is a bit lower than theirs, but I mean, we're doing our thing, right? We're doing what we can. The Denver Broncos, I don't know what their roster is going to look like, but this is what ours looks like anyways. And, once again, a bad week doesn't really take away from what we've done all season long. So let's try to get back onto it and, maybe get the number 1 seed in the AFC. But let's take a look at that Denver Broncos injury list, if they have any, and then their roster as a whole. Of course, Glover got injured, broken thumb. 2-week injury, not the biggest thing in the world. We have pretty good depth at the DT spot, and let's take a look at Denver, see if they added any talent. Are they still rocking Russell Wilson? That's one of the biggest questions, and they are. He must be superstar development trait, but 88 throw power is not great, but it's good enough. Short is pretty good. Deep is all right. Medium is not great. Throwing the run's really good. Throwing under pressure is not great. Break sack's pretty good. Play action's pretty good. And obviously still just fast enough to kind of run around if he has to, but there's no way I would have been sitting this Davidson guy this long. He has potential. Very fast as well. Javonte Williams, I don't know if he's superstar either, but very good trucking. Iffy stiff arm, decent juke move, but the big problem with him is not very fast. So we'll see what happens with him. We usually do well with limiting the big runs from the slower backs, but if they're power backs, we usually do struggle on tackling them, which makes sense. Jerry Jeudy looking pretty strong. Cortland Sutton definitely only got a couple of years left in him. Marvin Mims is developing all right. Tight end Dulcich is kind of like a surprising name here. You kind of wish it was catching was a little bit better, but his route running's actually like really good. Left tackle Randy Starks, no Garrett Bowles. He's probably retired by now or very close to it. He's okay across the board, but run block power blocking is not great in general, but I don't know if we even have... Do we have power at all? Oh, we do, actually. This could be a good game for Griffin. He's power, and he's going against that left tackle. This could be a great game for him. But speaking of power, Ben Powers. Not very good at all. Like, good at pass blocking, but his run block is terrible. Hainsey's okay. Miners is pretty good, but obviously his finesse blocking, specifically pass finesse blocking, isn't great, but overall very good. Right tackle is not bad, but his pass blocking is very bad. So, I mean, it's a weird team. It's like some of the guys are only good at run block, some of the guys are only good at pass block. It's like, what are you doing? Like, what do you want to do? Barmore pretty good at run defense, and then Allen's okay at both, I suppose. DTs are a disaster. Running the ball should be so easy against this team. Probably take back that rushing title this week. Gregory's not... Well, actually, he's got 84 finesse. Never mind. Drew Sanders. Didn't he just have the... No, that was Jack Campbell. I always confuse those two. Okay linebackers, I guess. Baron Browning, it's kind of a low overall, but... Oh, his power move is actually pretty good, though. Cornerback, Sertan is amazing. That's the guy we have to watch out for. J.D. Cannon, really good rookie who's fast. Damari Mathis isn't a bad number 3. It's a pretty good cornerback group. Simmons is an X factor. He's really good. Hawkins, they could use some work. So DBs are pretty good. Edge is actually better than I was expecting it to be. And then offense has a couple of pieces. But overall, they are kind of missing a couple of like superstars, if you will. They do not run the ball well, so I suppose we defend the medium pass because they have some pretty good medium route type of guys, short to medium, but mainly medium. And then their rush numbers are 24th. I expect it to be even worse than that, so we're going to go with the run inside, and then we have some focus players we'll have to do, and then head on in to potentially the game that gives us the bye week. All right, we got a couple upgrade points after the practices. Sermon with some zone coverage. I still don't think he got to 80. I think that'll get him to 80. Yeah, 81 overall zone now. Before wasn't. And then Griffin, 85 power move. Let's get that up to 87 here with this boost. He should cook this left tackle if he gets to that. 88! Oh my, that is a hell of an upgrade. And then Ford... We've been kind of like tinkering with what we want to do because we want to get to medium, but we don't know how to get there. No matter what we do, it just doesn't seem like he's getting medium, so I'm going to go deep again, I suppose. Medium, please. 2 to medium route, 2 to deep, 1 to relays. That is a nice upgrade for us. Boom. Happy New Year! It's Denver versus Houston to start off the brand new year. What year even are we in? I can't even remember, to be honest, but... CJ Stroud having a pretty good season despite the 4 interceptions. He did still have 3 touchdowns anyways. And then obviously... Wait. Is this stadium... Oh, we're in Denver. Okay. Denver, Colorado. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I thought we were at home. I was like, is this not a dome? Of course, the uniforms are looking kind of cool, though. I do like those. But obviously... The Denver Broncos kind of playing for a draft pick, kind of playing for pride. I don't really know. You know the higher-ups want that draft pick, but at the same time, you want to keep team interest high. You probably rather just suck this game and then, win the last game, right? It's all about what have you done recently, all about recency bias. Seeing your team win nicely final week of the season would be nice. This game, I guess we are the best team in the AFC, so it would make sense that they would like to win this one. Just say, hey, we just beat the best team that still absolutely needs to win. Maybe things aren't so bad. Maybe we just had a couple of unlucky breaks during the season. Next year will be fine. But obviously they lose by like 40 or 50 here. That does nothing for them. So you want a competitive game from them, but obviously you need so many new players. That draft pick could really help. Of course, looking at Russell Wilson, needing a draft pick to maybe replace him as he is on his kind of last legs here for Denver. And not really working out as, 5-10. They're constantly at the bottom of the division in the conference. Bull rush, not bad, but not really quite what we were expecting, considering that left tackle is terrible at power defense for blocking. But 7 yards gain for Sutton on the underneath throw. Don't know why they're showing Dalton Schultz. We should also probably bench him for Brevin Jordan because he's just really not been great. We miss hard there. Nice little cut by Williams last second. Of course, last week, not great at all. 56 yards, 0 touchdowns on 15 Russians. That's terrible. And I did not mean to say 15 Russians. I meant to say 15 rushings. Maybe it's the Russians' fault. I don't know why they're 5-10. Russell Wilson slips away and throws it away. Shaquille Griffin on him, doesn't finish the job, and just like that, they avoid a potential drive killer. All right, 2nd and 10 for the 36. Kind of looking like a run. It is not a run, and we're not back there. Even if it's Judy, I still think that Clayton, outside of some disaster, should be able to handle him one-on-one. Maybe he gets beat here and there, but I wouldn't expect it to be a shot play touchdown on him, as Sermon's a little late to the punch. Tried to punch it out, doesn't get it. Clayton gets another tackle, 8 yards gained. I suppose that doesn't really hurt us, right? I don't know if that still counts as a tackle for Sermon, but as far as Clayton goes, he could really use a dev up. And, good pushing. And we get over there, but we get stiff-armed. One to beat. It's Stingley. Switch me to the wrong guy. And that'll be to the 4-yard line. Christian Harris on the ground. Denver kind of punching us in the gut. And Christian Harris could have a serious injury. He's laying down there, getting looked at. Hopefully it's nothing, but it looked a little different than most injuries. So I don't know what to think. That would be a massive loss, and good job by Will Anderson on that play. Let's see what that injury is. And it's a foot sprain. Okay, fair enough. Looked worse than a foot sprain, but that's fine. We don't really have good coverage linebacker depth, though, and blasted him. Good hit. Not going to hold on to that one. A group effort to knock that one out. Hudson dropping back the DT. Out there, blasts him. What a play from the athletic defensive tackle. Basically playing linebacker for Christian Harris there. And what a play was made. That'll be a field goal. And the field goal is shanked. We get the ball at the 5-yard line to start off our drive. Not down by any points, even though we thought we would be. 4 yards gain, maybe 5 for Pierce. Maybe we could have broke that left, and we did. We had a blocker that kind of got out there, got free. You just never know how big that play could have been. Let's go with a more shallow out. Oh, my Lord. That's a pretty good play considering I panicked after the bad read. I touch passed it after throwing to the guy that was covered. Oh, my. Wanted to run, but they do have a couple of linebackers up. This looks like a play that Rudolph would be good on. And he was. I'm a little late on that, and still kind of thinking about last week a little bit, hesitating. Be a pretty good punt over to the far right hash. No Igbenogany, try to get past the blocker. Does, misses the tackle, though, and gives up another 10 yards. It was a tough angle, but still really was hoping he would have got that. Good defensive play, though, to, force the field goal, which was ultimately missed. And Bingham is in. We talked about having, not a great depth group for the off-ball linebackers, and dropped. We know Jerry Jeudy does drop those open passes every once in a while. He even probably has the drops open pass trait, but that is, with that route running, burning Clayton like that, you can't be missing it that badly. Like, that is just a freebie. And out there, good job by Griffin to just slow him down and then ultimately just take him down. I really didn't think he was going to finish the play on his own. Defenses, I wouldn't even say defenses, but defenses, I suppose, playing pretty well. And there goes the blitz. Hudson having a pretty good start to this game. Great goal line stand from him, which led to 0 points. And then, of course, a really good pressure play where usually it's the edge that gets in free. So what an effort, and that'll be a punt. As I literally switched them. He muffs it. And now it's up to Blackwell, and we're back at the 5. I'm not sure why he leaves that. You don't know how the ball is going to bounce, but more importantly, you field it, you probably get to the 20 minimum, and with your talent, maybe you get more. Which, speaking of talent, Stroud! Stiff-arming damn near to the 50, 44-yard read option. Nico Collins with an amazing block downfield, which even got in the way of the second defender. And C.J. Stroud busts one out for 44. Yeah, I said bust one out. Okay, what do you want? Inside the backup running back, Javon Washington gaining about 7. 6 on the play. Isaiah Wynn injured back-to-back weeks now. I can't remember if last week's was a full game or not, but kind of felt like he was out for a while. Sertan, we'll try the streak for Rudolph. He's not going to win that. And that is a perfect throw, considering maybe a little out there. Ford drops it, though. Dislocated shoulder. That is a pretty common dislocation, though, so maybe it's not too bad. But that catch, Ford should have caught that. We've seen him catch way harder than that. And once again, he's only getting better. Stroud utilizing the legs again to set up that play. As Pierce is going to get a pretty easy first down. Obviously, not really throwing the ball well so far, but so far don't, need to. Maybe played a little bit too conservative. Like, this is just not going to work, and it's so annoying. I'm going to double team the edge. I am going to slide left, although that is a pass protection slide, so maybe that doesn't actually even work. And I mean, slightly better, but still loss of tackle. Well, I wish it was a loss of tackle. It was a loss of yardage. They did not lose the tackle. They covered that. Boyer actually gets some yards on that. So tight end screen's usually not very good. 4 yards is something, especially since we're struggling. Ford, I don't really like the route running here. Him being the outside receiver. Boyer again. What a catch. A lot of traffic there, but everyone covering their like kind of crossing pattern plays. Never really got a chance to look around as there was a couple of guys beat. Maybe not the best option in the world, but I don't know, I just felt something about Boyer on that play. Oh, I don't like this. Oh my God, is that Browning? The speed. I kind of put myself under pressure, but I felt like the ball needed to go right as the safety just ran to that left side. Rudolph, easy touchdown. Never really hit that route, but this time it was like basically like a light was shining on it. And Lane, like the weakest lineman in the league probably, who's tiny, lifting Rudolph like it's nothing. Maybe my man's just like Jason Kelsey. I don't know. I don't even know how small Jason Kelsey is, but he seems like a kind of smaller lineman. But I think it's just centers, to be honest. But good play to Rudolph, and still a little shaky on offense, but it's a touchdown. All right, from the 25-yard line to the outside, Murray gets blocked up perfectly. Bingham's trying to chase him down, and he's very fast, but still gets beat. And Williams to the 50-yard line. We are not doing well on the ground. If we find a team in the playoffs that has a good mix, good balance, and we're in some trouble. Oh my God, there goes Dalchich, and Bingham in coverage again, deep, chasing someone down to the 27-yard line. They're cooking. Honestly, don't know how the hell we forced that punt. Like, they're killing us. I missed. Good tackle by Scott, but that's still 7 yards. 10 yards per carry so far. To the outside. Bingham doesn't bring him down. Really good running, and that'll be another first down. We blew that up with Bingham, and he just can't bring him down. The difference between having Christian Harris out there and Bingham right now is massive. Bingham's fast, but he just can't do the things Christian Harris can do right now. And that will lead to the second quarter as the Broncos are kind of giving us a run here as they're out yardaging us, which they should since they got the ball first, but should be leading after this drive, but that missed field goal, and we'll see what happens here as maybe it's another field goal attempt. Bingham's still in, so Christian Harris will be out for a little bit longer, but this proves once again we really can't take many injuries at that linebacker spot. D-line I think we can handle. Linebacker not so much. Will Anderson with another sack. I believe Will Anderson has one earlier, right? Or half or something. I can't remember. Bringing a little bit of a blitz. Bingham going against the running back. It's really the tackling that's a problem. And trying to get out there. Really good tackle, though, by Murray, who's kind of picking up the slack. Not that he isn't like already a pretty big piece for us anyways. Going to have Griffin blitzing and then Griffin dropping off. Screen pass. Trying to get out there. Good tackle with Scott. Petrie might have made the play, but I'd rather not take the chance. We're going to actually have to come out here and watch this now because you just don't know with this kicker. You get a block. And it will be up, so 3-7. Their defense doing pretty well. Donaldson on the return. Not really getting much help. Slips off a tackle. Doesn't even get to the 20. Yeah, it's not even just like Donaldson. You do have to assume that it is a lot to do with blocking as well as... there's nothing he could do. Like, we're just running back, and we're not even close to getting legitimate blocks. I think we can get the run if everyone slides left, but this might be still a throw to Rudolph. Oh, that's a really good play. Glad we threw this out here, as Rudolph's going to gain a lot of yards, over 20. Rudolph legacy game. Everyone's kind of off on that side because there's all those tight ends. And the guard does a pretty good job. Pierce will get a nice stiff arm to go. And about 12 yards gained. We go back to Washington. Only one linebacker lined up. Oh, near the box. Anyways, 6 yards gained. Washington getting a couple of carries himself. Ford could be a touchdown here. We'll see how they play this. No safety help over there potentially. And, there's just nobody on him. Threw it a little high, but Ford can't finish it. That's, maybe got a little too cute with it. It just felt like it was a little bit safer. Washington might have a walk-in here. The guy that's mic'd is probably the right guy, and easy as they get. Ford kind of robbed of a touchdown, but Washington gets his touchdown, and that'll be another score. All right, need Scott moved over a little bit. Griffin. Speed rush, can't get there. Over the middle. Nice find. Sutton tackled to the shin. Tackle like that working kind of gives you ideas that he's getting up there in age. Usually those are tackles that the young men in the league kind of just jump over or bounce off of. Double team, and there goes Hudson. Can't bring him down. Does! Kind of misses him, grabs him with the left ankle, and Hudson's cooking. Kind of a comedic landing for Russell Wilson, though, I can't lie. And Griffin on the outside. Not even the Griffin I'm talking about, our Griffin, kind of protecting that read option, which was smart. Had the help on the other side, and now they're in a pretty bad spot. Slide everyone over. Petrie, middle of the field, try to protect that first down line. That's going to be a short throw. Great tackle by Scott. He gains a yard. And the Broncos, who were looking pretty good, with a missed field goal and a couple missed opportunities, are in a bad one now, down 11. It's kind of one of those games where it's like, at first you're like, how the hell are the Broncos doing it? Yeah, we need to get out of there. The decision-making is a little iffy. I don't know why he keeps leaving it, but he just is. We have decent leverage on most of this here. There goes Ford, wide open. Showing off some speed on the change of direction to the 41-yard line. That's a nice route win. Obviously, you could tell it was going to be press man, as I don't think you can really get away with bluffing the press on Ford. So if you're pressing up on Ford, you're probably running press, Run left, they got a little bit of a blitz coming. Not good for us. We lose some yards. They kind of strung us out. I kind of want Tank Dell to just streak here. And we maybe had him. I mean, I was waiting for Ford to get open in the middle and just, I don't know. And yes, you did see that they suggested a 73-yard field goal. I probably could have taken Tank Dell here. I don't know why I didn't. I mean, the safety's just like running away. It's just at this point, I kind of felt like the safety was going to turn back in. And then I wish one of the routes would have been outside. It's kind of like a levels almost look. And obviously, we had a couple of guys getting open there, and I was just about to unleash, and then we got sacked because obviously it took so long. Don't know if I agree, but I think I have to try. I mean, that's the perfect kick. If this has a chance... Oh! The longest field goal of all time by a mile! Oh, he missed! Wait! Does it count because it went over and then out? Oh my lord, this is insane. Yeah, I mean, that's over the bar? That's over the bar? That, like, the football length is on. I think. Like, that's, like, as long as that little piece goes over, that's a field goal, right? Or does it actually have to go through? I have no idea, but they're giving us credit for a 74-yard field goal that could not have been hit any better. Outside of maybe aiming it slightly left. Wait, what does it say? It said something about kicking or something. I don't even know. What was that, actually? I want to see that. Is that why we hit it? Obviously, the whole mile-high thing with Peyton Manning being able to throw it further at his older age because of the altitude and whatnot. So it makes sense that the field goal would be longer and more doable. Where is it? Oh, it's on the left side, I think. Okay, one sec. It does say max passing and field goals, I think. There goes Williams for more yards. Okay, I don't really care. One sec. Max passing and kicking distances are increased. There's obviously wind in general as well. I don't know if that also played a factor, but I have never kicked a legit field goal that far in Madden before. What in the world? Well, we're stuck on Will Anderson, who gets a free rush, but we miss. Let's see what he does. Takes the shot. Swatted perfectly by Petrie, and the defense right now is cooking. Oh, he took that shot like it was third or fourth down. I was like, what the hell? I was expecting a punt. It was second down. He's taking that risk. I know they're down 14 and we get ball at half, but that's still kind of crazy to me. And a perfect play. We probably should have been up a little bit more. That's kind of my fault. That play is good for a Denver Broncos. Nothing. Perfect. Nice swat. About damn time. Clayton's kind of being cooked a little bit, but overall, their offense hasn't been successful, so what can I really say about it? Of course, still doesn't appear to be any Christian Harris sightings. But hey, whatever he's got to do to get back. And Russell Wilson, I don't know what he's doing. Like, he's being pressured a little bit, I'll admit, but he's also making some pretty dumb decisions right now. Just kind of putting himself in some trouble when he doesn't need to. He's got time. Like, he probably could have stepped up or just, like, sat behind. Oh, this could be a big play. One to beat, and he gets the first down and out of bounds. Javonte is definitely carrying right now as much as physically possible. All right, Griff off the edge again. Not really cooking against this young tackle. Another screen. This time we're actually on it, and good play by Hudson, who's having himself, once again, a spectacular game. Player of the week level at this point. 2 sacks, several tackles for a loss. The hit stick should have been a fumble, probably. Let's try to get him. Let's try to guarantee this player of the week. Can't get off the line. That's a touchdown. Dolchich with a perfect route. And Petrie got burned by a rather slow tight end. I know he's got great route running, but I'd like to see this back if they show the route. They're not going to, of course. Oh, my Lord, that frame rate hurts my eyes. That frame rate hurts me. He got bumped by his own guy. That's why. I was wondering, I was like, how did he burn as, like, a slower tight end? It was good route running, but Scott bumped, but more importantly, Petrie and freaking Clayton, they bumped. Especially if we were to sell before halftime here. I mean, this Broncos team is not out of it. And I knew we could pick up the block. Probably should have just ran it all the way because kind of lost momentum. I mean, I don't know what the clock... Like, we've been a little iffy on offense. I'd like to see what happens on this play before I decide to call a timeout. Ford, yeah, we probably should have called the timeout. Don't care if we're in short. Is that going to count out of bounds? He kind of rolled out. All right, so the clock's not moving. It would be moving because we control the clock. Looks like zone. I don't really like this play for zone. In trouble, kind of threw that. Perfect catch! Oh, my Lord. Rudolph is on fire. Can't lie, panicked a little bit. Kind of ran step inside the box there. Let's run it, speaking of. And that's a big play. I mean, with 3 timeouts, sure, they probably expect there's a chance we would run the ball. But realistically, would they? Probably not. And that worked out perfectly. Oh, my Lord. That's why I went low. If I throw that anywhere up that's picked, I thought there was just a chance that if Simmons hesitates, that's a touchdown. He did not hesitate. Any lower a throw power, that would have been picked as well. And Washington blasted. I mean, we got 2 timeouts, so why wouldn't I, Why are they telling me to kick the field goal? We still have time. It's really about will we make the right decision rather than will we have enough time. Oh, that's a pretty good throw. Touchdown, Collins. Huge drive with little time in left before half. And we erase a pretty damn good drive by Denver with a touchdown of our own. Hit as we're throwing, and that ball comes out a little wobbly. It comes out a little wobbly, but it's good enough. Perfectly on the line. And with the squib, that should take us to halftime, up by 14 points. Denver playing better than we expected, but still in a pretty bad spot. Down 14, giving us ball at half, and we're starting to heat up a little bit on offense. And Christian Harris could be back in the second half. We'll see. But in general, obviously, things are going kind of how we expected them to. The Colts, who really need to win, going against the Rams, winning by 11 here. Not a great game so far from the offense of Indy, but still leading as the Rams throwing interceptions, 2 of them by Tua. And then looking at the Ravens, another game that's important, see if they're winning, and they do win. So every win for us absolutely counts here as they win 28-10, making their score on the season 13-3. Their record is looking pretty strong. And if we were to lose this game, it'd be the same record as them. Of course, Jacksonville against the Patriots, winning by 3, very clutch. Denver, has a chance to really do some things to us here in this one as We could lose the first round bye, and with the other teams around us, the division could all make the playoffs, and, you know, there's no guarantees in the league. Once you make the playoffs, anything can happen, so, you know, we could end up playing one of those division rivals in the first week without this bye week, and really just throw away an amazing season. But, of course, we will get the ball here, and we're in a pretty good position. A little bit of a deep return, but once again, he's got potential, and it's just not really working out. Don't want to put Ford back there once again because, well, speaking of, over 1,000 yards, almost double-digit touchdowns, which would be nice to get. Just because of that injury, man. I know he hasn't really shown many signs of injury, but all it takes is one. So I really don't want to do that. Maybe a deep look. And we're going to take off with CJ for about 7 or 8. Opening up a pretty easy run lane, but at the same time, they are kind of coming up to the line here. Uh-oh. Don't way! Maybe the what is it called? The jump shot. Like, I don't know. Maybe that was the play, I guess. Maybe the bullet. Oh, my Lord. Blasted. Isn't the play? Bulleted with no lead on the ball because I didn't need to. He's so open. And he misses a wide open touchdown. I mean, maybe the game's over with that throw. I don't know. But at the same time, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. If we had a... Oh, there goes Washington. Nice. If we had a long drive here, it obviously helps us out more than scoring right away. Now, unlikely, but in theory, you know, they could, you know, get a bunch of onside kicks. So time is pretty big. That's a tough one. Oh, my Lord, that's a close call. Little late on that throw. I kind of thought it was like an out route or a corner route. I guess I remembered wrong. Got to say, though, Rudolph is cooking. That's just, you know, it's not a bad route or a bad throw or a bad catch. It's a late throw. It's a perfect throw, speaking of, to Nico Collins over the middle of the field. Yeah, I mean, I guess if we end up scoring the touchdown anyways, it is a blessing, like we said. But either way, it sucks to miss, you know, guarantees. And there goes. Pretty good blocking. Pierce, don't fumble. That really was close. I held right bumper, but at the same time, it's sometimes it doesn't matter. Got the fullback lead, 2 tight ends. This looks good. Ah, good job. Number 5. Still a gain of 3, though. Crack toss is always so hit or miss. We have the numbers, though, so I'm going to give it a chance. And he's going to basically get nothing. A field goal does help quite a bit. But at the same time, I feel like I'm obligated to get that touchdown back. Why am I the center? What the hell is going on? Uh-oh. Washington, the speed. Speed, clean catch, never was touched. The drive will continue. So far, better decision not to get the touchdown. So far. And we're in some trouble here. Not the fastest guy chasing us. Maybe could have waited for Ford on that drag, but I feel like the way they're playing it, they were actually kind of like ready to lead off on that. It's kind of fun running around, though, with Stroud. See if we can deliver a throw. So we can deliver a throw. What is he doing? To Nico again. Is Nico just like slowing down? He doesn't look slower than before, but like, what's going on? Screen pass, they're kind of on it. Oh, Surtain kind of torched him to the 14-yard line. I think with a field goal here, I know they're saying to go for it. I think 3 yards is a little bit too much. I think it was a worthy trade-off, personally. You lose 4 points, but you waste an extra, like, 3 minutes. In a situation where we're now up 3 possessions anyways, I think that's the better option anyways. Either way, this copium that came in is... oh, speaking of coming in, Christian Harris is back. It's pretty good supply, I gotta be honest. Can't get out there. In there. Blasted. Sutton gains 8. Their pass game has been efficient-ish, but they're just not getting as many yards as they need to. They need to ramp this up a little bit. Just a little bit. No Benogany in the box. This is not going to go well if it's a run. Thankfully, it is not. Going to take the underneath again. Oh, my God. Torch. Christian Harris one-on-one. That's what we're missing. You know, there's not really a big play potential there anyways, but just the open field one-on-one tackling like that, Bingham was not doing that. He just simply wasn't. He never will. Never was. Damn, they are cooking, and that's a really good throw over the middle. Good hit by Sermon. to the 26. I don't know why I said it like that, but I just felt it, okay? I just felt it. And that was a tight end, I think. Fitzpatrick wearing number 0. Quick out. Nice tackle, clean. Denver cooking up something fierce in the kitchen here. They're still in it. I thought that was a motion. Oh, that's a beautiful play by us, I gotta be honest. Normally, I would kind of just like run in there. Finally got patient, and it leads to a huge tackle. Move Murray. I can't get over. I thought it was another screen. There's a couple of sit-down routes, and instead he throws it away. They're going to get that field goal back, but, I mean, this is really just a situation where clock is running out, and they're doing almost more than we are for wasting it. Block would be just the cream of the crop. And they'll keep it alive, but once again, will it be enough? I don't know. There's just 13 points. It's like less than half of what we've gotten, and they have less than half the game remaining, so just thinking about how this game is gone, doesn't look good. And for once, we're going to smartly kneel it. Javon Washington, though, having a pretty good game. 7 for 54 with a touchdown and a couple of catches to go with it. C.J. Stroud on the read option. Already had a 40-some-yarder. Don't think it'll happen on this one because the receivers would need to be perfect. Pierce, though, going to find a nice lane. Gains about 9. Right up the middle with Painter kind of leading against potentially a linebacker here. And that will be clean. Let's rip to the line. See what we got for audibles. It's an interesting play action. That's a lot to ask for in that throw. I mean, needs to be on target because that is catchable. He had an opportunity there if that ball's on target, but it's just not. That's close. Oh, boy, what a catch. Hawkins getting picked on a little bit. This time the throw actually gets there, and it's why you give him a chance. Big body guy with athleticism, so it's hard to really stay on him. Inside, Washington's getting some pretty nice blocks right now. Gains about 7 using that speed. Run inside for Pierce, and we kind of give him a little hezzy. They do get a stop, but it's 3rd and 1. Back to the read option. Kind of like this double out. That was a tough read because 27 was kind of baiting inside. But a first down's a first down, and we are moving down the field pretty successfully right now. To the outside. Not really getting the blocks you want, but 3 yards with the overthrow power move. All right, 4th quarter. I mean, unless they make a miracle stop here, it's probably over. To the left on the slant, the blocks were not going to come there, so we just had to take our loss and just get back to the line. They absolutely had that cover. A couple of blitzes here. I don't think they cover Ford. Let's see what we got. There goes Ford, and he's going to get pushed in for the first down. That's a little bit of a tough one. Tank Dell. Let's actually audible this out for Ford. We'll see. And that's a touchdown. Double digits on the season, and probably the dagger. All right, from the 16-yard line, Denver still trying to fight for a win. And, oh, that should have been a free first down, but almost got him. Almost got him. About 6 minutes remaining. Down 3 scores. Obviously, every drive has to be a touchdown. And Sermon gets blasted, but kind of had to throw his body in there. Otherwise, he would have just ran right by. Takeaways, 4th ranked in the season. But, the Broncos maybe a little too conservatively for their own good. No turnovers, but 13 points, a lot of punts. It's almost like a turnover. And outside, overthrown touchdown. Even though the blitz didn't technically work last time, we're going to come with it again. Maybe we use our Sermon middle of the field, though. Russell Wilson, wow, finds him in traffic. There's a lot of players running to that left side. I thought that was just going to be a nothing burger, and Judy found his way back. He's getting the touchdown. And they do have the time to do so, but they are actually going to believe in their defense. Maybe this won't be a doubleheader. Oh, my. Pierce, I mean, it's a good job, but gains 1. Play action, obviously, we can get the fullback here. Potentially the tight end is also an option, but they do have the outside leverage with zone. if he got out there, we'd actually have a chance. Don't fumble. I mean, I just kind of wanted to keep the clock running without throwing it away, you know? Sucks because we kind of rolled out to the right because, the play is to that right side, in fairness. And I think Ford got wide open. Somebody from right to left got wide open. And that's going to be a punt. It's almost instant sackage. Instant pressure. We would have had Ford, and the ball's not bad. It's just impossible to hit that throw. We might have had the running back to the flat, but at the same time, the linebacker's there, so, you know, we got to assume that Ford is, like, the main guy on that, like, 9 times out of 10. And this ball is almost perfectly kicked. I mean, it's just, any more inside, he probably has a chance to return that. If he doesn't get to that, the ball still has a chance to bounce. I mean, that is a really good kick. Kind of playing the flats just because they're giving us flat look on offense, right? Some sort of run or just throw underneath. And that's a pretty good throw. We get a nice hit, but that'll be a first down anyways. A couple of mistakes from Russell Wilson so far, but numbers-wise, I mean, they're on par for a pretty good game here. And this time, Stingley getting burned really badly. Sutton to the 43. Hold the hell up here. Where did they get a different look out here? I mean, specifically Stingley. I got switched to the wrong guy. Nice hit. There we go. At least make it feel like they're being punished a little bit. Back to man coverage. I was about to say that is a tight end, but it's still... Clayton! Nice hit, though. Nice hit. All right. Kind of had the wrong leverage on that. Should have been inside for the pick, but he at least knocks the ball out. Fair enough. Bringing a little blitz from the inside. Murray, the best inside linebacker sacker in the league. Could be picked. Perfect read. And that might be the game. Holy crap, the speed. He is so freaking fast. It's ridiculous. All right, let's see it. Come on, I want to see this back. The Bay of Champions. I mean, look at the speed. I mean, he's really not even open. I ran out there to cover the running back, so, I mean, I guess maybe they thought it was zone, but in general, it's kind of their play calling's fault that we even got there. If the running back's going left or it's some sort of Texas route, something else, you know, or he throws it a little bit later, we're not there. We're just simply not there, but obviously pretty much even one first down would do it at this point. Running into a pile here, but I still believe in the line, and for good reason, as that likely will be game. And Pierce breaks one free. His numbers were terrible on the day, but after that, it'll look pretty good, and that will be the dagger. Not really much to this one, just good blocking. I mean, just perfect blocking. The tight ends did really well, and you know, no hook for the hold. Perfect block on the outside, and that will be the win. And Denver does score again at the end, but 41-27 for the victory. Week 18 coming up against the Colts, who desperately need a win, and we, I believe, need to win or tie to get that bye week. So obviously, it's a pretty big game for us as well. Obviously, if we're a later game, which it could be, because division rivalry could be a primetime game, we might not have to play hard, right? So, not bad. Either way, 41-27. C.J. Stroud playing way better than last week, but still a couple of overthrows. Pierce with 100 yards on the nose with a touchdown. Before that was looking like Javonte Williams last week game, 5 for like 54 with 0 touchdowns. Javonte was pretty good. Javon Washington was pretty good. Stroud had that big read option. Receivers, Sutton was great, but, you know, it just right at the end, Christian Harris jumped one. Ford, pretty good game. Rudolph, pretty good game. Boyer, pretty decent. Nico Collins had a touchdown, but his yards have kind of slowed down this season. Sacks, I thought Hudson had 2. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Did he not have 2? Maybe one of them was an actual quarterback run or something? I don't even know. And then looking at sacks, you know, the rest of them not great. Interception for Christian Harris. And a victory. Probably going to have to play the header of double. It's not a bad game on its own, so we'll see, but might be a double header. You know, we'll see what happens, but couple upgrade points. Let's knock out Corey Hudson. I don't know why I was thinking of Chris Clayton there. Nothing for pass rush. Really disappointing. And then Will Anderson. Are we still going for power or speed anyways? I think one more. I think we want to get to 95 and then start working on block shed. I think he'll get a +1 here, surely. +1. Another ability. Really? At 95? That's when you get it? 95 and you get Strip Specialist. Really? That's so bad. I mean, sure, I guess, whatever. But yeah, anyways, it will actually just be a standalone. The Broncos gave us a bit better of a fight than, you know, most have this season, so it is what it is. That's going to be it. If you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, really do appreciate continued support on the channel. We'll have Week 18 tomorrow. That'll be the consolation prize, I guess, which is not really much of a consolation prize. Maybe we'll throw the stats and awards in there as well, as usually those are pretty quick, so that'll be tomorrow's episode. You should have probably seen a Bears franchise video earlier today, and Thursday will probably be a rebuild. So there's that. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. Probably have another Spider-Man episode either Thursday or Friday. Had one on Sunday, finally. Maybe one already came up. I don't know, another one. I'm not sure. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know, but that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video, but until next video, big week next week. See ya!